Hello team. This challenge is BuzzFizz, which is an interesting way of saying we're given the final output and we need to make sure that it follows the rules of FizzBuzz. FizzBuzz being anything divided by 3 should be a fizz, anything divided by cleanly by a 5 or a 3, in this case a 5, should be a buzz. If it's divisible cleanly by 3 and 5, as in 15, right? Then we should get FizzBuzz. Otherwise, we just return the number. And in this case, all numbers start at 1. So we don't need to do any special magic there. We can just get it done, okay? Now, if you remember my previous challenge, the FizzBuzz challenge, we created a helper function, okay? We're going to bring that one right in. So that's going to be here, and we're going to call that FizzBuzz L, okay? And this allows us to get a specific element at a specific place, okay? Which means that we don't need to try and recreate the whole thing, right? We can just go, tell me what the value should be at 7, at 13, at 57, whatever that value is, we can just return whatever that is, okay? Which means that we should be in a good place when we get this. Now, the last time I did do this, where it was string equals an empty string, and then down here we did an if statement where if n modulo 3 equals 0, then we go string plus equals fizz, right? Just like this, copying that down, doing it for buzz. So this is 5, this one should be buzz, and then not if, but return, okay? Return string. String equals an empty string. If that is true, then we return the number directly. Otherwise, we return the string, right? So we do the work here. Now with this helper function, we used it last time. So if you don't remember, go and review that, okay? But this will tell us, and if it's divisible by 3 and 5, we catch on both these, which returns fizz and buzz. So it works, okay? Down here in the sequence, we can actually return directly. I'm not sure why I did it this way. Let's go here. So that sequence, we're going to go every, okay? And we need 2 things on here. We need the current value and the index, okay? Now inside of here, we check something. What do we check? Well, we check to see return current is equal to FizzBuzz L at index plus 1. In the previous exercise, we didn't have to do this because we used a loop, but because we're using every here, that index is going to be 0 base, which means that we need to increment it by 1, right? At this point, it works, and it works brilliantly. Again, we're checking the current value against that specific value. We aren't generating the entire array and then trying to compare arrays or anything like that. That becomes very challenging. And this is not. So again, not every solution, just hopefully one good solution. Did you find a different way? Did you do a loop in here instead of using every? Did you do something that you want to share? Let me know all that stuff in the comments. Otherwise, this has been BuzzFizz, the opposite of FizzBuzz, and I will see you in the next one.